Hello world, it is me again. This is my last 16 hours, I think, before I fly back, and I just wanted to talk today about something very interesting that happened. It kind of got me more involved in just wanting to explain to you guys more about what the Creator Kaleidoscope concept is all about, and maybe why I feel you guys should know more about it and be a part of the community. Like I said, it's two aspects of things I was doing the last few months. And so the creator aspect is this suite of AI apps that I'm building, and it's targeted to help various creative functions. Actually, got the idea thanks to you guys right here after my AI video. Several of you asked me for follow ups on the workflows that I use, and as I was trying to film that, I kind of realized how complicated it actually is and how much more efficient it will be if I started creating tools that were very specifically designed to help me in various aspects of things I do as a creative professional, as a entrepreneur and freelancer and all those other stuff. So it's a bit noisy here. I'm getting a little bit distracted. I'm sorry about that. But so the kaleidoscope aspect was based off of, I already said this, and it's based off my own life. And it is a 6 step method that I developed purely out of my own experience. But I believe it really holds the key to help anybody going through any sort of creative, professional, financial, relationship blockage of any kind. Especially if you are a creative, you are a founder or entrepreneur or something of that sort, then you probably want to be able to identify the core root of many of these patterns. And like I said, the kaleidoscope is because the core pattern just mirrors itself in every other aspect of life. And when you fix the core issue, everything else falls into place. You're not actually fixing it on the outside. Uh, and I know it sounds like a lot of theory and it sounds like a lot of crazy stuff. So I just wanted to give you guys like straight up breakdown of what this is, because today when I woke up and I wanted to work, and I realized I was feeling this exhaustion, this depletion of kinds, but it's only natural. I've spent almost 2 weeks here in a foreign country, and like I've done a bunch of stuff, and so when I reframe myself, and because I've been working on this module for so long, or these 6 step process for like so long, that it's just ingrained into me. And then I realized something very interesting, that this past 2 weeks I can actually kind of break down the exact system for you guys. Of course, this was a short trip with smaller goals, but this whole system has been something that I've been kind of following for months now. Um, Dealing with everything from childhood trauma to relationship issues to work and finance and confidence and just a lot of different things. And so this can be applied in many ways. And that's why I offer the one-on-one coachings, to be able to help people get to that clarity. Because sometimes it really makes life easier when we have someone else with us, and we're not just trying to figure everything out by ourselves. But if you do want to figure everything out by yourself, that is fine too. And so, I'm going to be sharing the one sheet of this method, which if you sign up for the creatorkaleidoscope.com website down in the box there, you can get the free sheet as well as updates on the AI app, or you will be part of the first group of testers for that as well. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of this stuff by myself, so it's all limited, and so I don't know how much capacity I will have for free testers or early users. And the same goes for like the free resources that I can share about the coaching stuff as well. But yeah, please do check that out if you want to, and if you don't, it's okay, because I'm going to talk about it right now anyway a little bit. So the 6 steps are essentially, it starts with what I call the void, and the void is the nothingness, the emptiness. It is letting go of everything. It's a phase where you come in, you shed the old, you let go of any attachments, you kind of cleanse yourself in many ways, from purely from a perspective standpoint. So you clear out your perspective completely on everything, and you start fresh. Um, in the story of the major arcana, that's the fool, right? The fool's journey. But anyway, so you start there, and then the second phase is what I call the surge, and together the void and the surge essentially mirror the concept of creation itself. You know, the universe, there was first the void, and then there was the surge of energy, and that's essentially what this is programmed to be. Because once you have emptied the vessel, once you have cleared everything out, the natural next step is a surge of energy that comes in, and this could come in different ways for different people. This could be emotions that you need to kind of deal with. This could be creative ideas. This could be a sudden momentum towards the work that you're doing, or just fresh, clean energy that makes you want to move forward. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. My phone actually ran out of memory. I had to clear that out. But yeah, I was saying the six stages, and coming back to Thailand about it. So the void was my first beginning of the trip, where I just let go of all the old thoughts and emotions and patterns, and then started anew. And then there was the surge where I really started making this 30-day challenge. I traveled to the other place. I started like really building on these basic foundations for the coaching program as well as the creative suite. And when I was there in those 2 days that I told you guys to really not do anything, that was the phase three that I call the stillness. And stillness is when you've experienced both the void and the surge, and you kind of go into this you know state of observing, of just being, and exploring the meaning of all these different things. And from the stillness comes um, what I call the alignment, because the stillness is kind of this part where you start listening to your inner wisdom, to your inner guidance, to your inner knowing, to your inner higher self, whatever you want to call it, right? And that naturally leads to a place of making decisive choices and actions that absolutely align with your purpose. So in my case, that was the last day there, and then the day I was continuing to work on the bus, and I told you guys about it because that was the day I finally realized the creative suite and the kaleidoscope shift, which were two things I've been working on for 6 months, finally made sense as one whole picture for me. And so when you hit that place, you are in a clarity of really how everything that is going on aligns with that bigger purpose. And then there is the fifth stage, which I call the flow, or the flow state. And that's probably my favorite. But I personally believe like the creative flow is something that is outside of myself. It is something almost divine or universal. It's a flow of life force that you just manage to channel through you. And yeah, and for me the flow was coming back to Bangkok, and then really nailing down on the clarities of these MVP for these apps, nailing down on my coaching plan, and then really sharing that stuff with you guys and putting out the website link and all of that stuff. And then the very final stage is what I call the release, and this could look different for different people. This could literally be like releasing an album, releasing a piece of work, creative work of any kind, or just launching a company. But it could also be releasing emotions, releasing things that don't serve you anymore. It could be just even celebrating the success of your flow state, because that's also a release of energy in many ways, that you've built up over these 5 phases. So anyway, long story short, is this is the 6-step program, and I wish my phone didn't cut off. I went in a bit more detail on it, but this is completely based off my experience, and these 2 weeks have been short, but this model works in many different situations, and sometimes it's interchangeable, the steps, but most times it's kind of the same, because there is a cyclical pattern of breathing room, action. So it's feminine, masculine, electric and magnetic, electromagnetic, right? So there's a lot of complexity to it that I would love to talk more about if you guys want to hear it. But you can also get that one sheet by signing up for the website, or at the website, creatorkaleidoscope.com. And please subscribe. Please feel free to comment and let me know if any of this resonates with you. If you have other thoughts or you're curious to know more about this stuff, yeah, kind of lost my track, man. I filmed a lot more earlier, but I'm a little scared that my phone might die again. So I will end this here today. Thank you guys so much. I love and appreciate all of you and all your support. Please be happy, be kind, be creative, and I will see you again tomorrow from a very different part of the world. Thank you.